Have you heard about someone getting bullied for playing video games the last 5 years? I certainly have not, because those times are long gone. Now kids in school are getting bullied for not playing video games, or for having a default Fortnite skin, or if they only play COD and FIFA. Same goes for anime or any other geek culture. By the way, the term geek doesn't even exist anymore. A geek 10 plus years ago is now just a normal person with interests. So how did this happen exactly? Let's jump right back to 2011. A certain terrorist has just been 360 no-scoped by an American soldier, the indisputable GOAT of cinematography just dropped, and the first gaming tournaments of such a high caliber are set this year. 2011 Worlds for League and the first international for Dota 2. Before you can say anything, I know that the esports scene has been around since as early as 1972, but the prospect of creating a career by playing games was never an option, up until the last decade at least. And now every kid wants to be a content creator or go pro in Val.
There's no way I ended in a game with you today.
Alright, bet.
Taken over the edge into madness.
And while it isn't actually a viable and safe career path to take, the option is still there. Because judging by the research I did, only 0.01% of players who go pro actually succeed in their game of choice. Another thing worth mentioning before we do a deep dive is the most popular tournament for the fighting games as a whole genre, EVO. It's been around since as early as 2005, but you still can't really live off of tournament earnings for EVO, at least for the majority of games. But the fighting game tournaments still played a major role in developing the esports scene and shaping our generation. Alright, let's return to the two of our favorite MOBA games. Just one of the most enjoyable games in existence. A couple years go by and people see these shut-in gamers driving a Mercedes and earning 10 times the average salary. Now, of course, this sparked a wave of jealousy and hatred towards these players. But somewhere deep in the subconscious mind, millions of people have started thinking the same thought. What if you can actually make a career by playing video games? I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent here, but I simply cannot omit the fact that Dota's True Sight brought to the esports industry. True Sight is this sort of behind-the-scenes, high-quality edited footage, with the occasional portrayal of underdog stories and the greatest upsets. True Sight shows us how the players felt during all of the most important moments in the grand finals of the International. And this experience literally feels like a movie. It even shows the most crucial moments inside the game itself, in a way that even a non-player could understand what's happening. You know, I'm not the greatest Dota enjoyer anymore, but it's still so satisfying to watch True Sight every year, and even rewatching the old ones sometimes. True Sight definitely shaped the standards for esport events, shaping the whole Grand Finals experience into a literal cinematic masterpiece. That's why I consider Dota 2 to be the greatest esports ever. Not the greatest game though, that's two different things. Just for this experience alone. Another couple of years go by, and these world championships gather sold-out stadiums every year with $500 to $700 ticket cost for a 3-day experience. Pro gamer salaries are at an all-time high, but sadly all great things must come to an end, or a halt in this instance. Sadly, the championship growth and the pure hype were terminated by none other than COVID-19. Although the esports scene took an excruciating gut punch, the gaming market itself has continued to grow. Makes sense because what else can you do while being locked up 24/7 for 2 years? I mean, during that time, even my parents, who are the farthest people away from tech, have taken an interest in gaming and entertainment media as a whole. Exactly during those times is when I think the breakthrough has happened. During the lockdown, the stigma surrounding gamers started to self-destruct. Consuming media, including gaming, in unhealthy amounts has become the socially acceptable norm, which is and always will be a double-edged sword. You know, an hour or two of gaming can reduce stress, improve problem-solving skills, and create a great bonding experience with your friends. Or you can even find a ton of cool people online and create a circle of online friends. This experience really helps lonely people if they're not as social as they would want to be in real life. It also helps people with disabilities that impair their ability to communicate in real life. Games can really bring people together and create a great atmosphere for a chill Saturday night. Moreover, video games have become a platform for self-expression. The inclusivity of gaming has challenged societal stereotypes and created a sense of belonging for many who may have felt marginalized elsewhere. Competitive games, in turn, can really make people strive for success with much more tenacity. And beating an extremely hard game can program your mind to overcome obstacles in life. But it can also become absolute hell if you manage to fall into the dopamine-induced loophole, which isn't that hard if we're being honest. Winning another game of ranked can become your greatest life goal. And losing the game or dying may invoke a burst of rage, which depending on your personality can cause you to say pretty mean stuff to people. I mean, I've been there. I'm not the greatest sport when someone makes a mistake in my ranked game, and I tended to be quite toxic back in the day. The internet has made it really easy to spread negativity without being punished, and the implications of that are honestly terrifying. As I've said, I wasn't the friendliest person due to my competitiveness, but there are people who say and do much worse things to content creators, streamers, actors, any media personality, or even their teammates in ranked. Additionally, ranked games can cause a certain type of addiction, where you continue playing it for God knows what reasons. You stop feeling joy when winning, but still get enraged when losing. And thousands of people still continue to play that way, because they're addicted, spend too much money to quit now, or any other reason really. There is also a link to real-life criminals being hardcore gamers, which has caused the US to suffer greatly from a certain type of crime. I'm not gonna mention this absolutely horrifying stuff here, but you know which crime I'm talking about. Of course, games can't physically create psychopaths, but gaming can definitely induce horrible fixations and impulses in an unhealthy mind. In addition, I mentioned the influence of media personalities. They have also greatly contributed to the popularity of gaming in general. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Henry Cavill popularized being into that stuff. And you know, when a guy that looks like this says, "Yeah, playing games as your leisure activity is cool," I think every one of us is gonna believe him. And after that happened, it's like every media personality ever suddenly developed a love for the gaming industry and became a geek. In my opinion, half if not more of it is a marketing ploy. But I'm going slightly off topic here. In conclusion, games shaped our generation and will continue to do so for many centuries to come. Gaming industry has a place for AAA companies, indie dev companies, and even a single developer can make an impression on the whole world just by having a brilliant idea and putting in the work. Sometimes I reminisce about the better days when my only worry was which SpongeBob game to play next. And games tend to do that, create lasting and warm memories, but they can also become your downfall. Thank you for watching this video, don't forget to subscribe and smash the like button. I've been Ilya from Heaven and Earth, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.